Good morning students, welcome back to our SS online classes. I hope you all are fit, fine and safe at your home. Today we are going to start with a new chapter in geography and the name of the chapter is chapter 19, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. Like in the previous chapter you have studied about the components like air, land and water. In this chapter you are going to study about some biological and biotic components of the environment. As you all know that like plants, they grow different, yes or no, in different areas different plants grow. So the plants that grow naturally, they are called as natural vegetation. Why? Because the human interference is not there, means the human does not take place, does not take role of planting these trees, but they grow naturally. So that is why this vegetation is called as natural vegetation. And for example, the places in parks where you find some plants like rose or some flower plants or some vegetables. Okay, so these plants, they are not called as natural vegetations because the human is taking care of those plants, so this cannot be called as a natural vegetation. Whereas the plants that are growing on the slopes of the hills or slopes of the mountains, there the vegetation is natural because it is also growing naturally. Now you all know that the plants, they play a very important role in the environment because they provide food for the human beings, for animals and even for the birds. Now we know that plants, they convert the solar energy into the chemical energy through which we get the food from the plants. And plants, they also maintain the oxygen level in the air by reducing the carbon dioxide and providing us the oxygen. And plus they also helps to check the soil erosion. Check means what? The soil erosion does not take place if the plant vegetation is good over there. That means more number of plants are there, then the soil erosion does not take place. Plus you all know that plants also need air, water, sunlight and nutrients from the soil so that they can grow in the proper manner. Plus the availability of these nutrients, it depends from place to place. Means what? In the different regions you will find different nutrients available in the soil, and depending upon that nutrients, the plants grow different in different areas. So everywhere you will find different plants. For example, in Rajasthan or especially in the desert areas, you will find cactus because the cactus, it does not require the nutrients as compared to the other plants, right? So different types of plants grow in different regions. Now the first topic for today's class is the classification of natural vegetation. So natural vegetation can be broadly classified into three types. The first type is forest, second is grassland and the third one is shrubs. So it is divided into three parts, or you can say three types, that is forest, grasslands and shrubs. And the first topic is that, now do you know that where do the forests grow? Yes, the forest, especially where you will find the forest where the climate is hot and humid. Means what? If the climate is hot and humid, means what? The forest will grow over there automatically. And where the area is dry, then in those areas the shrubs will grow. You all know what is a shrub, right? Shrubs means what? The plants which are growing up to the height of 2 meters or 2.5 meters. For example, the rose. Okay, rose is also one type of shrub. So it is growing in the areas where the area is dry. Then grasslands, you will find the grasslands in the places where there is a moderate rainfall. Moderate means what? Zyada barish bhi nahi, kam barish bhi nahi. It's in the middle. Okay, moderate means what? Zyada bhi nahi, kam bhi nahi. It's between. So where the rainfall is moderate, there you will find the grasslands. Now the next topic is forest. You all know what is a forest, right? So the large areas covered with trees and undergrowth are called as forests. Means in forest you will find many trees plus the undergrowths. Undergrowths means what? Some small plants are there which are growing near the ground, or you can say near the roots of, not roots, means where the stem of the plant is there or the tree is there. There you will find some small plants growing. So those plants are called as undergrowth. So the place where such plants or trees are found, they are called as forest. Now a true forest is one in which the trees grow so close to one another that their canopies touch. Means what? In the forest, a true forest means what? Or really what is a forest? That a forest is a place where the trees, they grow to the huge height. Okay, whatever their height is there, they grow up to that. And plus the canopies. Canopies means what? The top of the tree branches, they touch each other. other, and that is why those forests, such type of trees or those places are called as the forest areas, right? And the forest, it can be broadly classified into 6 categories. We are going to study about them. The first one is that tropical evergreen forest. Which is the first one? Tropical evergreen forest, which is also known as tropical rainforest. What it is known as? Tropical rainforest. Then the second one is tropical deciduous forest. It is also known as monsoon forest. Then the third one is temperate evergreen forest. What it is called as? Temperate evergreen forest. Then the fourth one is temperate deciduous forest. Fifth one is Mediterranean forest, and the sixth one is coniferous forest, or it is also called as taiga. What it is called as? Taiga. Okay. So these are the 6 types of forest we are going to study about in detail, that how the vegetation is growing over there, and which all plants or trees are found over there in forest, and what is the climatic conditions of that forest. So the first one is tropical evergreen forest. Now it is also known as tropical rainforest. These forests are found in the Amazon basin in South America. Now which all places these forests are found? These are found in Amazon basin in South Africa, Congo basin in Africa, and Southeast Asian countries. So these are places where you will find such type of forest. Plus these areas, they experience a hot and humid climate. Means how is the climate over there? It is hot and humid climate throughout the year. This helps in the growth of a thick vegetation with as many as 15 species of trees in 1 hectare of land. Means what? The vegetation over there is thick. Thick means what? Means lots of trees you will find over there. That means in 1 hectare of land you will find more than 50 species of different trees in that area. Plus, as there is no dry season, broad-leaved evergreen trees grow. Means the speciality of those trees are there, that trees are broad-leaved. Okay. Plus these trees, they do not shed their leaves altogether. Altogether means what? Means they will not shed their leaves like as compared to the other trees, how they are shedding. The closely spaced trees form a thick and broad canopy. Means the trees are very close by, and that is why they are forming a broad canopy. And this canopy, it does not allow the sunlight to go up to the ground, and because of that there is no undergrowth. Undergrowth means what? You will not find any grasses or any small plants growing near the tree or such type of plants. So that is why in this forest there is little undergrowth or there is no undergrowth. And the creepers, they cling around the grounds. Means whichever the creepers are there, they will cling. Cling means what? Trees ke branches pe or on the stem of the trees, they will start clinging. Clinging means what? They will go climb up upon that. Plus trees, hardwood trees. Hardwood means what? The trees, the trunk of that tree is called as hardwood tree, like mahogany, rosewood, ebony. All these types of trees are found in this forest. Lodging is difficult as many tree species are found together. Means there are many species of trees found in this forest. That is why the lodging is difficult in these trees. And these types of forests are also called as equinox forest or selva. What it is also called as selva. The next one is tropical deciduous forest. Now, the another name for this forest is monsoon forest. So these forests, they are specially found in the monsoon regions of Asia, parts of Central America, Brazil, and northern Australia. In this region, the vegetation is affected by the seasonal changes of temperature and the distribution of rainfall. Means what? According to the seasons, the vegetation will differ, and according to the rainfall, the distribution of the rainfall, the vegetation is going to differ from place to place. Plus, in this region are less luxuriant due to the distinct dry season everywhere. Means every year you will find a dry season, and that is why these regions are less luxuriant. And that is why they shade their leaves during the dry season, so that they can conserve the water inside them. Means what? The trees, especially in the summer season or the dry season, you can say like winters, they are going to shade their leaves so that they will retain water in the plants, and that is going to make them alive throughout the year. These forests have a thick undergrowth of small trees and shrubs, as the trees are shedding their leaves, and that is why you will find the thick vegetation near the ground of small trees and shrubs. The trees are less dense and of medium height. Now, how are the height of the trees? They are of the medium height as compared to trees they are very tall over there, but in this forest, tropical deciduous forest, the trees are of the medium height because the trees are shedding their leaves and they don't receive means they receive the amount of sunlight over there, and that is why the forests are less dense. Less dense means what? You will find less number of trees as compared to tropical evergreen forest. Then which all trees are found over here? Teak, sal, palm, sandalwood, sesame, neem, all these trees are found in the tropical deciduous forest. Plus you will find dense thickets of bamboos, means what? You will find the bamboos over there. Plus mangroves are also found in the swamps and the deltic regions of this forest. And what does these types of wood help us? The wood from this forest, it is useful for making the furnitures, for transportation, for construction purposes. So these trees, they are used for all these purposes, and people, they are constantly destroying these trees so that they can fulfill their ever increasing demand. Means what? As the demand is going on, the people, they are cutting the trees, they are destroying this tropical deciduous forest so that they can fulfill their needs. The next one is the temperate evergreen forest. Now this temperate evergreen forest, they are located in the warm temperatures. For example, you will find it on the eastern margins of the continent, especially on the eastern margins of the continent. The main areas of this forest are South China, southeastern USA, that is America, southeastern Brazil, Uruguay, east coast of South Africa, and eastern Australia. So all these places you will find the temperate evergreen forest. Now temperate evergreen forest, the trees are mixed forest. Mixed means what? You will find the hardwood trees also, plus you will find the softwood trees also. And the lowlands generally have the mixed forest of coniferous and deciduous varieties, and the highlands, they have only coniferous trees. Means what? Where the area, it is called as the lowland area, there you will find the mixed trees, like coniferous trees also you will find, plus the deciduous varieties also you will find over there. While the highland, where the area is highland areas, that there you will find only the coniferous trees. The forests are dense and the timber is valuable. Forest is dense means what? You will find lots of trees over there, and the timber from which is available from these trees, that is very valuable. For example, the main trees over here are oak, pine, wattle, eucalyptus, walnut, and camphor. So these are the main trees that are found in temperate evergreen forest. The next one is the temperate deciduous forest. Now where are these forests located? These forests, they are located in the coastal regions where the cool temperature is there, and plus the moderate rainfall is there. So in such places you will find the temperate deciduous forest, and the main areas of this forest are Western Europe, Northern Eastern China, South Korea, Northeastern USA, Japan, Southern Chile, and New Zealand. So in all these places you will find the temperate deciduous forest. Now how are the trees over there in this forest? The trees have the thick trunk and broad leaves. Means what? The thick trunk will be there, plus the broad leaves will be there, and the trees are mostly deciduous. They shed their leaves in the autumn season and remain leafless throughout the winter season. Means what? In the autumn they are going to shed their leaves, and complete throughout the winters they don't have the leaves, they are leafless. And during the spring season, the new leaves are sprouting. Sprouting means what? New leaves are coming on that tree, and these trees, they grow rapidly during the summer season. And the main commercial trees species found in the temperate deciduous forest are ash, oak, beech, elm, poplar, redwood, cedar, Douglas fir, maple, and beech. Now all these trees, they are the commercial trees. Commercial trees means what? They have the market value. Means what? The wood which we get from these trees, it is used for different purposes, and that is why they are very valuable for us. Due to the favorable conditions for producing crops and the rapid growth of population, these forests have been extensively cleared to provide land for agriculture and industry. Means what? As the population is growing, as the population is increasing, and their needs are also increasing, and because to meet these needs, so the human beings, they are cutting down these types of forests so that they can clear the land for industrial purposes, for commercial purposes like building up industries, and for agriculture purposes also, for construction purposes also, they are clearing this temperate deciduous forest. And the next one is the Mediterranean forest. Now from the name itself you can find out that these types of forests, they are located around the Mediterranean Sea. Where they are located? Around the Mediterranean Sea. These forests are also found on the western margins of the continents in the temperate regions in both the hemispheres. Means what? You will find these types of forests on the western margins of the continent on both the hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere plus in the southern hemisphere you will find the Mediterranean forest. Now the main areas of this forest are Mediterranean Sea in Europe, Africa and Asia, and the other areas which are outside the Mediterranean region, for example California, Central Chile, Southwestern Africa and Southwest Australia. In all these places you will find the Mediterranean forest. Plus there is a moderate rainfall about 80 centimeters during the winter season in the Mediterranean region, and the summer season it is very dry. That means the trees are widely spaced. Means what? You will find the lots of gap between the trees, between the two trees, and the trees, they have the broad leaves, long roots and thick bark. Means the bark of the tree will be very thick. Such trees can withstand the summer conditions without shedding their leaves. Means what? The Mediterranean forests are having the trees which can stand in the summer season without shedding their leaves. Means the leaves won't fall off, still they can survive in these particular climatic conditions. The trees are not very tall and have shrubs between them. Means what? The height of the trees, they are not very tall, and plus in between each trees you can say they are having shrubs in between them. For example, which types of trees are found in this forest? Oak, olive, fig, pine, fir, cedar and cypress trees. And plus the main products from these trees like nuts, olive oil and citrus fruits are found from these trees. And the main citrus fruits produced in this region includes oranges, olives, figs, peaches, grapes and plums. So all these things we get from the Mediterranean forest. Now the next one is coniferous forest, and this is the last type of the forest. The coniferous forest, it is also known as the taiga. These forests are found in the belt lying between 50° north and 70° north and in the regions of the high altitude. Means what? In the belt of 50° north and 70° north, between this you will find the coniferous forest and the places where the high altitude is there. This belt is specially found near the polar region, North Polar region, and the main areas are Alaska, southern Canada, Scandinavian countries and the northern Russia. So all these places you will find in this belt. And due to the very cold winters and short cool summers, the plant growth in this forest is very slow. Means how is the climatic condition in this forest? That the winter is very cold and the summer it is also very cold, and because of that the growth of this forest is very slow. The coniferous trees are tall, straight, evergreen with narrow needle-like leaves. Means what? They are very tall and plus they are very straight. They are evergreen. Evergreen means what? The leaves will be there on those trees with narrow needle-like leaves. Narrow needle means the shape of that leaf will be like a needle, okay, pointed. The trees grow in pure stands. For example, what type of trees are found are spruce, fir, pine, larch, cedar and hemlock. So these types of trees are found in the coniferous forest, and these forests are of great commercial value. Commercial means what? They have a market value. Lumbering is done on the large scale. The soft wood of the coniferous forest is widely used to make the pulp, paper, furniture, toys, plywood, door, sports goods and matchsticks. So all these products are made from the wood that we get from the coniferous forest, and that is why it is having a great market value. Now the next step of vegetation is the grassland. We are going to study about that. Now grasslands grow in the region of a low rainfall. Means wherever there is a low rainfall, the grassland will grow over there. Now the grassland, it is divided into two types. The first one is the tropical grassland and the second one is the temperate grasslands. So we are going to study about the tropical grasslands. So tropical grasslands, they are also called northern Australia. These grasslands are known by the different names in the different parts of the world. Means what? You will see the different names of these grasslands in the different parts of the world, such as Parkland in America, Llanos in Venezuela, and Colombia and Campos in Brazil, Uruguay and Argentina. So in different places, different names are there for these grasslands. In the areas where the Mediterranean forests are found, the temperature is very high and the total annual rainfall ranges between 25 and 75 centimeters. This amount of rainfall is too moist for the desert and too dry for a forest. Thus, tall grasses about 2 meter to 4 meter in height with scattered trees grow here. Means what? In the Mediterranean forest, the temperature it is not very high, and that is why the annual rainfall it is between 25 centimeter to 75 centimeter. Now this rainfall it is very moist for the desert. If a desert place is there, then it is going to be very moist, and plus if a forest is there, then it is going to be too dry for that forest. And that is why, because of such climatic conditions, tall grasses are growing there, about which is of 2 meters height to 4 meters in height, and the trees they are very scattered. Scattered means what? Lots of space is there between these trees. So most of the tropical grasslands are now used for grazing and farming. So in the grasslands, what they are doing now, they are using these grasslands for grazing and farming. Some grasslands they have become the deserts, and some grasslands are a home to the variety of animals. Means what? In grasslands you will find different animals. Now the second one is the temperate grasslands. Now where these temperate grasslands are located, they are located in the middle latitudes of the earth, in the interiors of the continent, means not in the margins or the sides of the continents, but in the interior. These level treeless plains are found between 40 degree and 50 degree latitudes in the both hemisphere. Means in northern hemisphere also and in southern hemisphere, in the both places you are going to find these types of grasslands. These grasslands they are known by different names. For example, steppes in Europe, Paris in North America, Pampas in South America, Veldas in South Africa, and Downs in Australia. So these are the names for these grasslands in different countries. And the rainfall in areas where the temperate grasslands is found is not sufficient for the growth of trees. Means where these areas are there, the rainfall it is very low, and the sufficient, because there is no sufficient rainfall, the trees don't grow in such type of grassland areas. Thus short grasses grow everywhere, and because of that these are more suitable for cattle and sheep rearing. Means what? In such type of areas where these temperate grasslands are found, you can only do the grazing purposes, or you can say cattle rearing or sheep rearing. And in many areas extensive farming is practiced for the cultivation of wheat and corn. So in many areas you will find that the farmers they are producing the crops like wheat and corn in the temperate grasslands area. I hope you all have understood the forest and the grasslands part. If you have any doubt, please ask me on Google Meet. Thank you so much.